I'm going to give you a demonstration on how to snell a hook when we're using circle hooks. Hi again, it's Captain Steve with Charterboat Lock and Load right here on my YouTube channel, Hunting, Fishing, and RV Living. I happen to run my charter boat and I've tied hundreds and thousands of knots, and I'm going to give you a demonstration on how to snell a hook. Now today I'm using the number 4 light wire. And so what I do is I've got a 50-pound leader. I'm gonna pull out about 6 feet because I'm fishing with a slip leg. In South Florida they call it a knocker rig. So I pull out about 6 feet and I'm gonna cut this on an angle. You can see where I'm cutting it on an angle. And the reason I'm cutting it on an angle is because one thing, my cutters are a little bit dull, and another thing, I'm using this number 4. So the eyelet is not that big. When you're fishing with bigger gear and the eye is bigger, then you don't have to cut it on an angle like that. So I'm feeding it through there like a needle. So I hold the hook down. I'm left-handed, so when I'm getting ready to demonstrate, if you're right-handed, you would wrap it the other way. I bring this tag in that I just cut, and I put it in on this side of the circle, and I'm going to tell you why I put it on this side of the circle. Now I have a loop. I wrap this loop towards me because I'm left-handed, and I'm pinching this tight with my fingers with my right hand. So my first loop is out here towards the tag end, towards the hook part, not on the shank, and then I go over each time. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So now I'm going to pinch this with my right hand again. So now I've got this extra that I have to come pull all this slack out. So if it doesn't work with my fingers, then I'm going to do it with my teeth. I'm going to pull all this slack out. I'm going to pull it down tight, and that's how you snell a hook. So my tag end is underneath my main line. Now I trim that off right up next to the bottom of my knot. And the reason when I put it through there and I came back around and put my tag line on this side of my loop is because when you come back and you look at this knot, this main line going to the rod has that tag end underneath it. And I don't know if you can see it. If you don't loop it around there and put your line on this side of the loop, then these will be reversed. And what happens is that your main line going to the rod gets sucked down in the crack where that eye of that hook is crimped together, and it'll break off a lot sooner. So if you're breaking off big fish, make sure that when you snell this, that tag end is under there because it's a padding and it's underneath that. So then you just take your 6 feet, you tie it right on to your rod. And so I'm going to give you a demonstration on how I do that right now. I already have about a 10-ounce lead tied, and my barrel swivel's on the bottom of this. Every time I catch fish, I want to check frays. This is all frayed up, and so I don't want that because I want to break a big fish off. So I've got my fresh leader. Cut my old leader off. This is a whole nother knot. It's called a figure 8. In Destin here we call it a Johnny Deuce. So I have my barrel swivel. So since I'm left-handed, I'm tying it again left-handed. If you're right-handed, you might do it a different way. So I go away from myself and I pull out 5 or 6 inches. And I wrap it around the main line. I put a big loop, I pinch it. I put a medium loop, and I pinch it. And I put a smaller loop, and I pinch it. Then I take the line that's going straight to the hook, and I lift it up. And I come right through the middle of all that. That's how you tie a figure 8 or a Johnny Deuce. Now you can see that figure 8. So when I pull it out tight, if I don't wet it, it's going to burn the line. So I wet it, and I pull it down tight. Now one more thing that I've learned charter fishing over the last 25 years, I take my tag in and I put it through there as a padding. Now I've got a padding just like I did on my snell hook, on my snell knot. And there's that padding right there, and it's between the barrel swivel and the main line. So now you're going to get your full 50-pound strength on your leader. I trim this off and I'm ready to fish.